This, you've seen my video earlier that I posted earlier about what the account that took place in Brevard, North Carolina, Transylvania County, in the year of May 2011. Now, I have not slept for, about 48 hours, and this is just something typical that I've been going through with my post-traumatic stress disorder, which goes way back. It goes way back. I've had several bad experiences that I cannot fully recall. David Mahoney, Sheriff David Mahoney, Batrick Barton, Chad Farmer, Investigator Batrick Barton, Sheriff David Mahoney, Officer Chad Farmer, Sargent Shawn Miller, and Jason Bage, Officer Jason Bage, and others that I don't want to go through the whole long list of. That was just one bad experience that I had, but I've had several bad experiences, and that video is not about those experiences. That video is about the one before this was about, as you know, video number 1. This is video number 2. I'm going to shorten and condense it because I got really angry in one of the videos, and although I want you to understand, I'm an imperfect human being. You understand? I'm not He-Man. All right. When I get struck by lightning, it tears and burns and turns like bacon. Just an ordinary person. So, I want you to know the real story about what happened, because they're never going to give me a chance to say it in court. I'm not going to live that long. I don't plan to. I'm going to hurry up through this. Now, I left off talking about, what happened to me in the sheriff's car when they threw me in there and turned the heat on and said, let's turn the heat up on this nigger. And they tried to, not once, by leaving me in a burning building that they started the fire in. Remember, I'll recap. The police came in the apartment without a warrant more than once into apartment 5A, harassing me and other citizens. And then, to make matters worse, not only did they run away from the fire they started, because, their words again were, we got to get the fuck out of here. Just left me there, And, the second time they tried to end my life was when they threw me in a police car after I'd been badly tased and, was having heart palpitations and problems, and sprayed with 6, maybe 7 cans of pepper spray and mace. And, they threw me in the car, and when I started saying, I'm going to tell what you did, yelling and crying, that's the real story, not any of this stuff they made up. They said, he said, we're going to have to turn the heat up on this nigger. And I'm a multicultural mongoloid. I don't try and fake the flow. You understand? I got a different kind of rhythm. And you can look at my baby pictures and tell I'm a multicultural mongoloid. And I got fluffy hair. I'm not embarrassed of it. I'm not a hater of races. If you hate on me, I'm going to give you some problems. I don't care what you look like. So, when it comes down to it, those cops, crooked cops, were racist, and to them, they don't care about multicultural mongoloid. It's a nigger, no matter what it is. So, they threw me in the car and, turned back and flipped the heat on in May 2011, remember. All right, the sheriff's car. I get thrown in there, hogtied. wrists and arms and legs and ankles behind my back, and excruciating torture, treated like an animal. And they turned the heat up full blast, rolled up all the windows, and walked away. Now, I'll tell you what happened. Now, people die in that situation, even without the heat on, asphyxiated. They walked away. I was breathing in and out, moving in and out of consciousness, feeling what it feels like to be burned to death. My head on fire. And so, that mace mimics what it would be like to have your face burning in a flame. And that's what it was perceived by me to be. And the heat went up and up, and I couldn't breathe. My lungs began to, began to cough a lot of water, looking stuff up. And I finally lost consciousness and blacked out. Now, I came back to consciousness in that car while the car was moving and driving. And the officer in the front, the sheriff's officer, was not saying anything. And as soon as I got my consciousness again and I started feeling the pain again and I become conscious again, I started screaming and crying and yelling. And so he got on his cell phone and he started saying on that cell phone, "God damn it, he's still alive," he said. And so I couldn't hear what the other person was saying, but they started swerving the car back and forth, whoever was driving. And I ended up on my neck, slammed into the floorboard, and it hurt my neck. My neck is not the same anymore. And they did everything they could to cause me to be very uncomfortable and tortured. So we got to the police headquarters over there at the sheriff's department in May of 2011. And they then proceeded to get me out of the car and torture me by hoisting me up off the ground and carrying me for 50 yards one way and 50 yards another way, just to watch me scream and to continue to humiliate me with words and say various different things against me. And always asking me what I can do, what can you do about it. So they eventually took me through the garage, where I seen Natasha Sinclair strapped to a immobilization chair, where they were slapping her and causing her bodily harm. And I see my aunt laying in just crumpled up on the floor, like they threw some garbage bag against the garage at the sheriff's department, just crumpled up with nobody helping her, nothing. And then when she seen me being carried and screaming, she started saying, "Don't kill my Michael," she said. My aunt said that. She's a 55-year-old, mentally handicapped, visibly handicapped, old and frail woman. And they dragged me back there and threw me on a cold concrete floor and slammed me into the concrete floor on my neck again and my shoulder. And in my opinion, they were trying to break my neck, and they tried several times to cause me permanent injury or kill me. So they left me in there tortured with my wrists burning like they were on fire from the handcuffs on my wrist and my ankles, and nobody was there. Nobody. And I was yelling, "Help, help." Finally the door opened and Sheriff David Mahoney walks in, and he began to interrogate me and taunt me and question me with questions that were inappropriate, questions that were hysterical. And he's a really sick person, and I'm not a perfect person. I'm ill. I have an illness. I got mental illness. I've got post-traumatic stress disorder, And so, but when I tell you a person is not right and sick, I believe so. I've looked into the eyes of killers before. And David Mahoney ain't nothing but a killer. Just looking for an excuse to kill a person. And if he don't like them. And so I told him, I'm hurt. I'm badly hurt. And he said, he want me to understand, he said, that I'm in his house to this effect. And, you know, word for word, I can't recite exactly how he said it, but each time I tell it, it's along that same exact thing that he was saying and doing. And I might not say all of it in this account, but I'll do the best I can. So he was asking me, you know, he was telling me, in other words, he told me that I was literally begging for to be taken out of that position with the shackles on my ankles and my wrists because I was badly hurt and I could barely breathe. Instead of taking me out of it right away, he began to try and interrogate me and get me to confess to things that were not true. He wanted to know about my aliases, my different various names that I supposedly had. And, you know, some of it, I was just telling him pretty well anything that he wanted to hear at first, because I felt like I just wanted out of the cuffs real quick, as I was hurting that bad, y'all. And anyhow, he continued. And then he told me that if I didn't confess, that things could get terrible for me. And that it could end, he said. And he also said that I was in his house. And for me to stand by. Whatever that means. You know, it was very bizarre. And not like something that I feel like somebody's taking a public oath does to the citizens. You know, especially somebody that you know, didn't have a felony record, still don't have a felony record. And he was responsible twice for coming in with the team. Without a warrant. Knowing good and well there's no warrant. So Sheriff David Mahoney began to ask me about so-called gang involvement that he was coming up with. Wild conjecture and bullshit that he was coming up with. Gang involvement, trying to say that I need to confess about terrorist acts and gangs involvement. So, you know, I'm trying to run through this as fast as I can because I want to make this video short, and I'm already at 12 minutes. He asked me about the Aryan Brotherhood. And he asked me about the Muslim Brotherhood. And he asked me about the Folk Nation gang. And it was very bizarre, I admit. And, you know, he had names from people from the Aryan Brotherhood, supposedly, that he would tell me that if I could have information about them, that I could get out of my cuffs. And he had names from the Muslim Brotherhood, because see, Batrick Barton, as I talked about before, he had some problems. He was a post-traumatic stress victim who served in the military, and I respected him at one time. He served in the military in Iraq, and so he was over there. Maybe he killed some Arabs, or maybe they tried to kill him. And, you know, he had made several comments about my beard and about me being a Muslim terrorist. Batrick had. And so when I got put in there with, you know, David Mahoney, I was going to complain about Batrick Barton to him. But then I figured out he's saying the same shit. Okay? And so he started talking about the Aryan Brotherhood and the Muslim Brotherhood. And he accused me of having committed terrorist acts that I needed to confess to for these gangs. And I didn't have anything to confess, I told him. I don't know what you're talking about. And I'm not a silent partner in the gang. You know, I'm not. This isn't a joke. You know, I'm not part of a gang. And then he began to ask me about the Folk Nation gang, and said that he has proof that I'm in the gang, and that I need to go ahead and admit to the terrorist acts in the other gangs, and that I needed to tell him about my so-called methamphetamine connection. And so he'd said 2 names from so-called Folk Nation gang members that I didn't even know. I can't even remember the names. And he wanted me to tell him about methamphetamine connections. And I told him, I can't tell you anything, because I don't know. You know, I don't know about that. I don't know about Folk Nation. I've never been a part of them. I have not been a part of Muslim Brotherhood. I've not been a part of Aryan Brotherhood. And so, you know, he kept right on and on. And, you know, they were always making smart aleck comments throughout the time. But it was like I'd said, he had said some smart alecky things while I was there. All of them had. And then he was going to say something, he made some ridiculous comment about the Muslim Brotherhood again while I was sitting there in tears, crying to let me go. And he brought up Barack Obama at all the things he could do. And he started talking about the Muslim Brotherhood again. And I told him, look, man, I don't know about the Muslim Brotherhood. And he said some other stuff about Barack. And I was so much in pain and so angry at that point that he kept on, that I just finally said, look, I didn't vote for Barack. I didn't vote him into office, and you act like I'm part of some shit that you fucking came up with, man. And I'm not. And I don't know anything about it. Nothing at all. And I told him, I said, I didn't vote for Barack Obama, and I don't know why the hell y'all want to blame me about it. If you're mad because it's a black president and everything, I said, I'll tell you what I did vote for. I voted for George W. Bush, the second. And I was a registered Republican. I voted for him the first time. And I said, so what is it that's the damn problem? Why am I sitting here hearing about, you know, somebody's fucking president or somebody else's fucking president or somebody else's fucking president while I'm suffering and being tortured, goddammit. So yeah, I did break some of the rules. I did say some cuss words to David because I didn't feel like he was treating me like a human being. And I got angry and I said some things, and I even told him. I said, you know what? I said, you want to treat me this way, all you fucking racist ass fuckers, because Barack ain't coming to get me out of these goddamn handcuffs. So where the fuck is he if I'm in the Muslim Brotherhood, is what I asked him finally. Something along those lines. And I said, so I don't know what the hell y'all gonna do. Y'all try to kill me, I said. You know? And, you know, as I kept staying there in that position, I started becoming angry, you know. And I told him that I didn't vote for George W. Bush the second time because they ain't nothing but a bunch of baby killers. And I was angry in that fractured state of mind. I was recalling YouTube videos that people were accusing, you know, 9/11 of being an inside job. So I started a rant about, well, we voted for George and look what the fuck he done, I said. You know, I said, so what the hell do you want to blame me for about it? And I said, I did not vote for Barack, so quit fucking me around and messing with me, man. You know, it ain't my fault if the country's fucked up just because you don't like a fucking black president. It was fucked up with a white president if you think it's fucked up. And I'll tell anybody that. You understand where I'm coming from? Because the gloves is off. This is my account. This ain't court. I'm not under oath. And this is what happened. You understand what I'm telling you? And, you know, I told him, you know, so what is it, you know? And I told him, I'm angry. I'm angry. And I said, see, telling times, I said, you act like there's somebody coming to rescue me. Where's my gang at? You know? Nobody to help my ass. Laying there bleeding, hurt and beat up by crooked cops. That's the real cold story, man. And nothing else what they made up. And, you know, since then, you know, I you know, I don't look at it the same anymore. I got a probably disturbed look at it, you know. I don't like it. You know, I'm angry, you know, and I told him to bring to us because David Mahoney was bringing up, he also made remarks about the Klan, the Ku Klux Klan, like he's, you know, like he's part of the Klan, David Mahoney. And I told him, look, man, I said, it's a free country. Y'all can be goddamn racist if you want to be. And why can't people be in a gang? You know, and I'm not in one, and why am I in here, and where's the gang members at? You know, where? You know, because I got so mad and frustrated the reason I made those comments. You know, and I lost my mind with the pain, man. That's why I said the hateful things I did, and I wanted off my chest. I told him to go ahead and bring Barack in here. I said, bring him in here and let me up off the ground, and I'm going to box him with boxing gloves and show you that I can't even beat him because I'm beat up. And you know, I'm a disabled man. You understand? 36 years old. And if I put the boxing gloves on, I'll fight Barack Obama and put on boxing gloves with him and box him. And I ain't gonna win. Probably not, because as sick as those goddamn racist white Ku Klux Klan members made me through the years, I probably can't beat George Bush in a boxing match. So I want you to understand, I can get mad, you understand? I'm not the fucking president, asshole. I'm talking to you, David Mahoney. I'm Michael, just a fucking nobody, a citizen that got fucked up by you and all the rest of you fucking racists. So that's what we dealt with to the citizens. And I don't mean to be venomous, but I know David fucking looks at this, and I don't like him. You understand what I'm telling you? And I ain't gonna get my say, man. Justice don't exist. They kill my life, they kill my constitutional rights, and they don't give a damn. So neither do I about it right now. And you know, I told them, what do you want out of this? Why am I being treated this way? You know, they get mad up there because there's a black president, you know, and then they want to harass different people and make it look like it's a bad thing if blacks join a gang. I don't care if there's Bloods and the Crips. I wish the Bloods and the Crips come and march through Transylvania County and bring the Klan too. Let them come through the whole fucking county, David. I told you to bring them that day in that room. Bring every last one of them, I said. You know, I don't care. My rights is violated. What does it have to do with anybody's gang? Y'all in a gang, you know. So, you know, the Ku Klux Klan, they can be the Klan. They've been the Klan since the Klan was, you know, and ain't nobody doing anything about that. So you got the freedom in this nation to be a racist, you know. So why can't people be in a gang? If I want to, I can go join a gang today. But just like y'all have a Klan, I got a Klan, and I ain't in no gang. You understand what I'm telling you? I'm not in a gang. I don't need a gang. I never needed a gang. So, you know, when I get treated the way I got treated, and I'm talking to the residents of Transylvania County that see this, what if it's you that get treated like that? Because eventually, David, he's going to come in your house and beat you up. Y'all voted for David. I didn't vote for his ass. I don't believe in him. He is nothing but, in my opinion, he's a terrorist. David Mahoney's a terrorist. Coming in houses without warrants more than one time, pointing loaded guns. They came in my apartment and pointed guns at my head, told me I was going to get shot to death if I even breathed, and just making fun of me because I'm weak, man. I'm a disabled guy, you know, and there happened to be a black president at the time, and I got shit for it. Me, I'm the one that got shit for that. Okay, so I'm not happy about it, man. I'm not one bit happy about none of it, and I'm not political. I used to be a kiss-ass little Republican wannabe, trying to please y'all, trying to play like one of y'all's just damn house pets. You understand what I'm saying? But I don't do that. I don't care nothing about none of y'all. The only thing you, me, and the right wing agree on is the Fifth Amendment. And I don't even have a gun because I can't afford one. I got to spend it on medicine, man, and barely able to get my food each time. So don't believe don't believe David Mahoney. Don't believe Batrick Barton. Don't believe Shawn Miller, because those goddamn idiots, and mainly Shawn Miller, his lying ass, Chad Farmer, and Jason Bage came into a courtroom and told the court they don't give a damn about telling the truth. Swore on a Bible and lied, perjured, said that I used martial arts on government officials and was doing martial arts kicks and stuff, and all this and all this striking the officer stuff that they made up. It was so pitiful. Their stories were so bad. I've never seen such terrible, ridiculous, crooked, miserable liars in my whole life. And neither had the judge. And that's the reason why I was found not guilty, y'all. You understand? Found not guilty because I couldn't fight back. I told them during that false arrest, I'm sick. You missed my prime a long time ago, man. I'm old before my time, and I can't do nothing. I'm sick. Why don't y'all go pick on a real gang member that can do something? You know, you ain't gonna be out doing that. Y'all come and find a weak person to beat up an old 55-year-old woman right in front of me, and then put me in front of David Mahoney to play, you know, games with my life. My life ain't no game. I don't appreciate it. I don't. And I'm gonna die. You understand that? Of illness. Just like a dog laying in its sleep. Because I ain't able to stand up and box and do the stuff I could do. You understand? That I used to be able to do. I don't do it. And I couldn't do it at the time because I was too badly injured. So what they want to do is lie to the public. They lie to the public. They create all this chaos, just like those white racist handful of idiots that's ruining it for the white race. Batrick Barton, all of y'all that did this evil and came to court and lied against me, Shawn Miller, Chad Farmer, Jason Bage, David Mahoney, it's people like you that are the disgrace of the white race. You make everybody look bad and make people hate white people, ignorant people that hate white people because of the shit that y'all been doing. And you're the only terrorist over here in this nation that's got guns and got, any weapons that can really do any damage to anybody. Who is doing anything else? I'm not doing it. So I don't appreciate it. That's the reason I called your old ass out, because you ain't nothing but a liar, David, and you know it good and well. Batrick don't deserve to be a policeman. Y'all know that when y'all put Batrick Barton on the force in the first place, that the highway patrolman had already seen him as a liability because he's a basket case. He's nothing but a liability and somebody that's going to kill a citizen with his hand shaking like it was in my face, David. In my face with a loaded gun on a person that don't have no weapons. It's sick, man. I hope all of y'all fall over backwards. If you don't repent, fall over backwards into the grave, all of you. And when you wake up in judgment and get tossed into the fire wherever you believe you're going, because you know every day you look in the mirror, you done murdered somebody. I guarantee you, every one of you is a killer. Not Michael Kitchen. Michael Kitchen ain't killed nobody. You understand? You just killed somebody. You killed that guy, that Walker. You killed that man Walker, all of y'all. Just like you came up here waving the guns up here in my mama's property at me, wanting to kill somebody. You ain't nothing but a bunch of murders. I'll curse every one of you. If you try to do evil against me, I hope you get swallowed alive into Gehenna with every curse written on you for the eternity. You understand where I'm coming from? I don't like none of you. I want the whole town to know I ain't nobody's damn houseboy. You understand what I'm telling you? When I don't like somebody, I don't like them. I ain't going to get a chance to say this in court because they're not going to allow me to, man. My doctor wrote a note that said I can't even testify in court. I already passed out 4 times off the camera. You know, and I'm not contemplating suicide at the moment, but I'm going to tell you, I've lost my will to live. I'm so depressed, I don't even care about living. I really don't, because of what they did to me. I doubt I'll live another week. And when I make this kind of video with it all out there, you know, I'm not trying to please anybody. I try to stay out of the way of anything controversial in the past, but now the gloves are off, you fuckers. You understand me? I don't like any of you goddamn idiots at that sheriff's department who beat up 55-year-old woman. Now the rest of you veterans that knows better than that and don't do anything against me, what do I have against you? Somebody's got to keep the town safe. I'm not insane. You understand? I realize there's got to be order. And I've seen plenty of you veteran officers plenty of times, and there's never been any problems between you and me, and you know it. Even when Holden came up here and pointed a gun in my face when I had a pizza in my hand, Holden. Then wants to ask about my headband, and I showed him my patchy stone up under. Could have easily shot me in the head or in the chest, Holden, if you wanted to. But I don't see why y'all need to carry on with it. You know, I haven't done anything. I haven't been in trouble since 2011 and don't plan to be in any. I went out of my way not to have any trouble. So why should I be put on probation with these misdemeanor charges that y'all keep hanging on me? Huh? It don't make sense. I help old people. I talk to people. I walk out and I'm a citizen. You understand? And I want to be treated like one. I don't want to be treated like a terrorist when I'm not one. I don't want to be treated like a gang member when I'm not one. Do you understand where I'm coming from? Because y'all don't give a goddamn about people like me, David Mahoney. You really don't. You know it. And I'll tell you another smart-ass comment. David Mahoney, when I finally got mad and told him that I wanted him to bring the Ku Klux Klan and bring the Bloods and the Crips, Folk Nation to Transylvania County, all at one day. And I want to see everybody have a demonstration. You know, I told him I don't give a damn about Democrats and Republicans because I'm American. I've got the free right to not want to be involved with all this goddamn chaos where they can't agree. You understand what I'm telling you? I don't feel like mankind can solve the problems. That's the reason why I didn't vote for Barack Obama after George Bush made me so disappointed that I didn't care about politics no more. Okay? So that's just as much your fault, David Mahoney. You probably voted for George twice, I bet you. You know? So don't you bitch to me about Barack Obama and what you think about him. Because I don't know him. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know him. I didn't vote for him. I even sent him a video that told him I didn't vote for him because I wanted to clear my conscience of all the children that got killed in 9/11, just in case you know, somebody did have something to do with it over there in the government. I wanted to clear my conscience and let all of them know that I was disappointed. And I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I don't know what the hell happened in 9/11. You understand? It could have been any damn body. It could have been anything, the way I see it. But I told him, I said, the way that this damn shit went, I said, why are you blaming me for it? I told you I didn't vote for Barack, and why do you keep on bringing up the Muslim Brotherhood and all this goddamn wild conjecture and bullshit? And he comes up with a smart-ass comment. Well, he ain't nothing but a queer og Satan. That's the first time in my whole life I heard anything about queer og Satans. You understand what I'm saying? And the shit that I heard over at Transylvania County has highly disturbed me. Disturbed me, you know. And I told him the same thing as last time. I said, you know, I've been on YouTube and I seen people paint horns on George Bush and said he was the Antichrist. You know, I remember that shit. And I don't know who's Satan and who isn't. If Barack is one or George Bush or every last one of y'all. But I told David he's the devil. Today you're the devil, David, I said to him. I said, so don't tell me about some other devil. If it's one out there I don't know about. Don't tell me about it. I don't know a goddamn thing about Og. You understand what I'm telling you? And it's a whole lot of y'all that's been through what I've been through. You see some, you know, racist-ass idiots. And I don't like using the term redneck because I'm country. You understand what I'm saying? I grew up with country boys, and I've had friends. And, you know, some of them, I guess you call them that. But these idiots that drive up in some of them drive up in big trucks, and then they get out, and they got pistols on their sides and shit, different things. And then they start saying stuff, like one of them will say nigger in a grocery store. See if you'll flip out. Or say queer fag, faggot, faggy, queer og. Queer og. No, queer, you ain't nothing but a queer og. I don't know who og is. You understand what I'm telling you? But I'm disabled. You looking for the fight with the wrong guy. I ain't gonna do nothing there but be injured standing there. But if I was strong enough, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know which one of them I hate more. I don't know if I hate og more or you goddamn racists. You understand where I'm coming from? I like to push every damn last one of you down a volcano and fall in it with you to quit from being miserable. But I mean, that's the kind of stuff I've been dealing with. People trying to push my buttons and make me think, that I'm going to act like somebody that they can just say is acting strangely, And, don't misunderstand, Michael. You understand? I act strangely in my room, okay, if I feel like I want to. And then when I come to the store and I see a person, I want to go fishing or talk to them about, football. And that's the way I'm always going to be. No matter how many of y'all want to scream about all queer, og, Satan, the fucking things you do, all the stuff you do, and tell me I can't do anything about it. If I really want to do something about it, I could roll up in a wheelchair and cause plenty of trouble. I believe I probably could. But I ain't wanting to, because y'all ain't worth a damn. And you know it. Every last one of you is a bunch of damn liars. That's how I feel about it. And when I say every last one of you, Chad Farmer, you're a liar. Jason Bage, you're a liar. You're a beater of old people. Abuser of somebody who ain't done anything I know about. What have they done? I said. What did I do? What is anybody doing? They came in there beating people the way they did. And I gave an account of it. This was the account of it. And so this is what I've been dealing with, Transylvania County. And a lot of people deals with the same. I've talked to plenty of other people that have dealt with this same kind of thing. The kind of stalking that they did. Monitoring my phone and having people show up and yell, "Fag nigger." You know what I'm saying? I mean, I heard nigger said in a rap video plenty of times. You know what I'm saying? I ain't worried about none of y'all the way y'all say it. Nigger. You know what I'm saying? So, we as ethnic people, all of us, Latinos, multicultural Mongoloids like me, blacks, Asians, all kind of people. I'm sure I'm not the only one that's getting tired of y'all goddamn idiots, man. Y'all running around here acting like y'all run the whole country. You just treat anybody like y'all want to. That's why Baltimore almost got burned down. And if evil people keep on doing this stuff, Transylvania County, all it's doing is threatening the security. Tell me what is the real threat. Tell me who's the threat. Is it somebody violating the Constitution? Coming in your house and running over you? It don't matter what color they are if they're doing it. But I'm dealing with these racist white idiots that blame me because there was a black president and because some of them went off to a war and fought with Arabs. And they come back looking at me, look at me, I got a beard today. Tomorrow my face might be clean shaven. All y'all have seen my videos. But they want to make it something that it ain't. And I'm sick and tired of it. So that's the shit I've been dealing with. In a real sense, I've been dealing with that. That's the hell they've been putting me through. You understand what I'm telling you? And, if I go out on a date or something, they'll have one of these country ass sounding, and I'm country, you know what I'm saying? But you got somebody come down, showing up, you trying to talk to a girl or something, and say, "Queer og Satan," he ain't nothing but a faggot. I'm being harassed. You understand what I'm telling you? And it's not something that somebody imagined, it's not hallucinations. This is a pattern that continued ever since they were, monitoring my movements and trying to see if I'll be a person that they can set up to kill who's acting strange. So, you know, it's made me ill. You fuckers have finally got it. I'm sick. I've been having serious heart palpitations. I coughed up some blood. I'm tired of y'all. I wanted you to know what I think when my body finally kills over and I die like a dog in my sleep. I want you to know that David Mahoney killed my life, my constitutional rights. And so I had never felt alive since then. And I don't give one goddamn about getting a penny from a court case, because I ain't going to live to see it. I ain't going to live to see it. So I wanted to tell y'all the true account about this, what I feel like and what I went through, because it's what I went through, man. You understand what I'm telling you? This ain't no, what do I do this for? Do I do this for, what do I do this for? Do I do this to win a polarity contest? How many more friends is this going to win me doing this video? I wanted the world to know, anybody that can watch my channel can see what happened to Michael. You understand what I'm telling you? So that's what I dealt with, man. I dealt with that, and I'm still dealing with it. They're still bothering me. You know, trying to, you know, have people show up and say shit to get me to, you know, hey, what are you saying to me? You saying I'm something? And then all of a sudden, oh God, is somebody acting crazy? What's wrong with this guy? You know, then there's 20 cop cars. You know, I don't give a fuck what y'all say, man. Y'all say anything. Y'all can say anything. Y'all been doing that shit for a long time. So, you know, I'm not impressed about it one damn bit. I don't think nothing to any of you. You understand what I'm telling you? So, that's what I dealt with. You know, people trying to provoke me and then say I'm an animal or whatever they think I am. And, you know, I'm not a homosexual, David. You understand that? You know, y'all, there's more homosexuals over there at the sheriff's department that's been fired from the sheriff's department for molesting boys, and probably God knows what else if somebody gave a damn to look into it. You understand what I'm telling you? So I don't need any of the shit from David Mahoney. I don't need nothing from that Transylvania department, sheriff's department. All of y'all that's doing evil over there, be cursed. And as long as you're against me, every last one of your plans, I hope it blows up in your face and that you run into some real, you want to fight and kill somebody. That's what y'all want to do. I hope one day you find enough gang members that you can have a real war with and find out what a real gang is. Because I don't have a gang. You know I don't. I don't have one. I never had one. You know? And that's what I think about the situation. Now, after the effect of it, like I told you, they made up lies against me. They tried to come up with a false story of how that fire started. When they started that fire, blamed it off on a young, you know, white woman that had, you know, some social anxieties and some depression disorders, and was taking medicine and disabled for it. So they blamed it off on her, said that she was carrying a cotton ball on fire in her hand, and that's how the fire spread, they said. And they come up with a lie and a story that they couldn't even do anything about. They couldn't even prosecute her because there's lies, just a bunch of lies that no one was ever going to believe. You look on YouTube and double check me about tasers, how tasers start fires around anything flammable. They came in there, long story short, they shot it around some flammable stuff, a bunch of tasers. Against police protocol, they shot them things and started that fire and left me to die. Okay? And blamed it on people, blamed it on Charlene Honeycutt. They had to come back and take the charges away. I'm not guilty. I'm not guilty of not failing to follow a command or misdemeanor, whatever it is else that they were still hanging on to me, trying to rob my soul, trying to make me a slave. You know, that's all it is. That's all they want to do. And so that's what I think about any of them. You understand what I'm telling you? And, you know, if I was a politician, I'd be over in Washington, D.C. somewhere. I'm just an average nobody that don't need any damn trouble from people that's racist and wanted to cause me trouble because the election didn't go the way that you bunch of racist old white dudes wanted it. You understand? So as long as you got the freedom to hate people and do shit, why don't you stay away and leave me alone while you've been doing that? You understand where I'm coming from? Because it's a big world, man. It's a big world. It ain't the time of the Crusades no more. You know, I'm trying to tell y'all, you know, it ain't the time. Those times, you know, is gone. You understand? And I don't think any of the evil they did against me more than just a bunch of cowards wanting to beat up an idiot that can't do nothing, is what they turned me into. You know? And that's the real story about it. Now, I'm going to stop it right there. I'm going to tell you that, you know, I'm not a belligerent person. I'm not going to be acting strangely. Except for when I'm, you know, having a nervous breakdown in my own private space, if I can help it. You understand what I'm telling you? Because I'm ill because of what they done to me. That's the true story. And, you know, my doctor said I can't testify. I cannot testify. Alright? And I've got real problems. But I'm a human being and want to be treated like one, what little is left of my life. And thanks to the people that looked at this video. You understand what I'm saying? And if I scared you, I don't know how scary do I look. You understand? Did you run away from the camera? Because there's white kids, black kids, all kind of different people commenting on my channel. I got 30,000 views. You understand? And people are not afraid. It's nonsense. Nonsense, man. The way they did me. I'm a shaman. The reason why I wear a headband is because the old, the nomads and the free explorers of old, the free people, used to wear what I'm wearing right now in this country. You understand? So it ain't weird, man. There's nothing strange going on. All right, I'm a shaman, and I walk through the woods and make reeds. The best thing you're gonna find me doing. Most exciting thing. I'm going to stop it right there.